Sometimes I see a lot, sometimes even VG members, that the last few days, usually before we have the session, that they would register. We get the most amount of registrations in the last few days. British Columbia, BC, Vancouver, that's normal to them because they cannot be so sure of the schedule until, they don't want to make a commitment until 2 or 3 days before. It shows again a lack of self-management. I block out the entire VG, I block out all the seminars I want to go to already next year. I don't need to wait, I guess I'll wait for it to happen. No, I know, I'm going to script it out.
The king of high ticket sales, world's highest paid consultant, media celebrity, multi-millionaire entrepreneur, acclaimed TEDx speaker, international best-selling author, Danlok.
And Wilson and I, we were actually, when you go to the mic, it's a powerful lesson. You know, when we talk, even in a deep dish, share with them maybe what I share with you, and then what happened, because that's, I think, a powerful lesson for people as well. So give Wilson a round of applause.
Hi, my name is Wilson.
Hi, Wilson.
So Dan just shared the news with us today. Can I share that?
Sure.
Okay, so he just got an email today from the producer of, was it Jurassic Park? Or just a
Legendary, a
producer.
division of Legendary films.
Yeah, so approaching Dan to have him feature in a personality show. And it's something that I'm super proud of Dan, because a year ago we went on a conference together and we had dinner. He shared with me his vision of having a show on Danlok and speaking in front of people in the TED conference. He told me this in the confidence that he was actually doing it already, that there was really no doubt. And I asked him, I'm like, so what are the steps that you're doing? Like, have you had anything lined up already? And he said, no, I had nothing lined up, but I know for a fact that if I craft my skills and if I continue doing what I'm doing right now, I will get there. And within a year, these two things materialized. And that's the reason how powerful really believing in his own message and really believing in doing the work, and everything would just happen.
That's the difference, scheduling versus scripting. Round of applause, great job. So, by definition, if you have a goal, by definition, if you know, you've set a goal and you're very clear, you know exactly how to accomplish it, your goal is too small. Your goal is too small. If you know what, here's my goal, and I see a very clear path getting there, your goal is too fucking small. You should have such a big goal, you know what, man, I have no clue how I'm gonna get there. No ideas, no context, but that's what I want so bad. I'm gonna make it happen. I don't care if it takes 6 months, I don't care if it takes a year, I don't care if it takes 10 years. Yes?
And the goal have to scare you as well.
Yeah, the goals have to scare you a bit. Stretch your comfort zone. That's where growth comes from. Not because of the money aspect, because of the growth aspect and who do I have to be in order to accomplish that. And that's why people sometimes misunderstand what I'm about. Sometimes they watch videos on YouTube and they think this is what I'm about. Then when people come to VEG, when they meet me in person, oh, you know what? You know, Dan, you're different than what I think you are. Interesting. And they see a tip of the iceberg. And then when let's say if they for DLIC, they're in a circle, then when they really get to know me, and it's like, oh, it's different. It is different. So don't judge because, oh, they watch on a video or something like that. That's why I get sometimes these haters. And as you become more successful, are you going to get haters? Yeah. The more successful you become, the more haters you get. And the funny thing is, think about how many have haters right now in your life? Yeah. Let me ask you a question. The haters in your life, most of the time, don't actually know you that well. Chances are they've never talked to you. They don't know you. And in fact, they don't even hate you. They hate themselves. They don't hate you, they hate themselves. Their life sucks, and they try to make your life miserable. That's why they send you these hateful messages. Successful people, we're too busy minding our own business. We don't have time to hate. We are creating, we're striving, we're adding value, we're impacting the world. We don't have the time to type this hate message. Except Air Canada, fuck you. That is worth my while because you gave me a lot of grief, right? Lost my luggage and crap like that. Okay? That cost me money. That is not good. So, extreme control equals extreme freedom. Repeat after me. People look at how I script my days, control time, and think it's too restrictive. It's a sacrifice of freedom. It's the opposite of that. They are wrong. Because I'm able to do everything I want because of the extreme measure that I use. Not the opposite. I have the freedom I have. I don't have to answer, call. I'm not interrupted because of my extreme control. So it's the opposite of that. Extreme control equals extreme freedom. So I want to end with a story. Many years ago, how many of you have heard of my mentor, Dan Pena? Okay, if you don't know him, search on Google, Dan Pena. And he's known as a $50 billion man because his claim to fame is two things. Number one, he grew an auto company from zero to $450 million in 8 years. Second claim of fame is he has created, in terms of equity and value and wealth for himself and his mentees, over $50 billion. That's why he's known as a $50 billion man. So many years ago when I went to the Castle seminar, and Big Dan, I call him Big Dan, holds this 7-day Castle seminar, multiple times a year, costs 10,000 pounds to attend. So many years ago, I attended the seminar. And when I went to the Castle, and it's 7 days of him, like 9 to 6, 9 to 7, all day, just him. Imagine this for 7 hours, actually 8, 9 hours every day for 7 days. Okay, as an audience, I get tired. I get exhausted, right? Day 3 of the seminar, so by day 1, day 2, day 3, so we had a bunch of guys, maybe 6, 7 guys, we went out for dinner after the seminar. And after we had dinner near the small, because he lives in Scotland, he lives in a castle. 15th century castle. So we went around the small town and we had dinner and we came back and I kind of wanted to just go to the kitchen to grab some water. And I walked by Big Dan's office. And this is his office. I walked by Big Dan's office. And it was around 11 p.m. or so. I saw this light. That's kind of weird because it's 11 p.m. Everybody should go to bed. And I saw, oh, Dan, you're still working. And he said something to me I'll never forget. He said, well, all your kids are all filthy, stinking rich. I got to make a living. All your kids are filthy, stinking rich, and I got to make a living. I'm like, good night. And that I always remember what he said and the way he said it. That you think whatever you've accomplished is a lot. Your standard is too low. You guys flew into my castle learning from me, and you guys are drinking and stuff. 11 p.m., I am working. That's the difference. That's why I have a fucking castle and you don't. It's very simple. And that also, another way I looked at it, I think about the lesson is, we need to raise our standards in terms of productivity, in terms of what we can accomplish, in terms of our goals. That don't compare yourself to people who are low performers. Compare yourself with people who are peak performers. And I agree with him. A bunch of young kids were learning from him, and he's still working, and he's already made his money, and he's still pushing. Not because he needs the money. It's because that's what life is. It's about growth. So I want to leave you with that thought. Raise your standard, be more productive, and you can do so much more. Okay? Thank you very much. Hi, this is Danlok. Welcome to Danlok TV. I want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now you might ask, why should I? Every week, I'll post 2 new videos, all focusing on helping you becoming a better entrepreneur. You will be challenged, and you will be inspired, and you will be motivated. More importantly, you'll get practical ideas and strategies that will take your business to the next level. So go ahead, hit the subscribe button. Turn on the notification so you don't miss out on a single episode. promise you, you won't regret it.